Shalom. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. This is the Sabbath, the day that the Lord has made. This is the Sabbath, the day that the Lord has made. People, I'm here to help us get through this trying time that we're going through. And I know it's rough, but hey, this is what we have to go through to get to where we need to get to. The world is at a pass. And we can see it happen throughout the world. We can see what's going on, but maybe we ain't paying attention to it, but we can see what's going on because things are going on around us and we just not paying attention to it. It's clear as day. We can see it. We understand what's going on. But first, before I get to that thing, before I get to what I'm teaching, today's lesson is called a daily briefing. The daily briefing. Time is at a hand and we need to wake up. I did it last week. We were shucking and jiving. But it's getting serious. The deceiver has put stuff in front of our face, right? And what we do is we don't see it because it's so plain. While we are thinking that we know what they're doing, but they have a behind agenda of what they are doing. A lot of our people don't like to hear this. They don't like to hear the truth because the truth will set you free. It will open up your mind. Because right now we close minded to everything. I mean, it's literally going on right around you, and we close minded. They're putting it in movies, they're doing different things, and we don't see it. Before I get to that, today's drink is watermelon, lemon, and cayenne pepper. It is good too. Everybody know the benefit of watermelon. Everybody know the benefit of lemon. Everybody know the benefit of cayenne pepper. All work hand in hand to enhance us. So what I do is that I study everything that goes on around us. Because God said we are a watchman. Well, a watchman means we have to watch everything that goes on around us. Everything. You just can't be closed-minded to stuff that you don't quite understand. You got to get understanding. You need to read and study. You need to get you a globe with the map in it. And you can see that they lie to us. When we think things are what they are, but they're really not. What things supposed to be, but they're really not. You can see that Africa and Israel and all that really, they was connected until they built the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal separated. Now you got called the Middle East. That's where you want to know that Jesus was a black man. So they put that there. You will say the Middle East and Africa, when they really were the same. They just got different parts. The original, we come out of Jerusalem. People don't know that Nazareth was a ghetto. So Jesus come out of Nazareth. The same way we do. We come out of the ghetto at the bottom in the slum. But you won't know that if you don't study and open up your eyes a little bit more than what you can. Instead of just, all we do is just look at, dancing, what they put in front of the doors off to get us distracted. But today, what I'm going to get to, I got some notes and I got some Bible scriptures too. This is a little bit different from what I normally do, but it's Bible scripture. It's time we have to get at our people the way we can get at them, because we're difficult people, man. We're difficult people. We walk on this planet just like nonchalant. Like I said, we shucking and jiving. And when things are going on behind it, it's crashing, literally crashing behind you. You use your naked eye, should use what they tell you. They're giving you signals and tell you what's going on. You just start walking, think this stuff ain't finna happen. Why do we think these things ain't finna happen? They are about to happen. Hey, folks, I got to tell you something. I got me a new chair. This thing feels so comfortable, man. The other chair was all right, but I guess when I bought it, I didn't pay attention to the limit on it. The limit is so many pounds. I need one that's 300 pounds. Not that I weigh 300 pounds, but I need one 300 pounds to hold my big butt up. So it feels so comfortable, man. I come in here, I sit in here in this office all day and just read and study and do stuff I can do because I like it. It just feel comfortable with me. But first, I want to get off with some good news. The good news is that my grandbaby named Kenley. She's 13 years old. She played. She's been playing since she's about 5 or 6 years old, playing basketball, right? So she always played for the bigger team, even though she was smaller. Well, she just got moved up to the varsity at University of Christian. I know everybody probably, if you're in Jacksonville, you've seen it on the news. Well, she got moved up earlier this. She got moved up maybe last month or something like that. She got moved up to the big girls. She's 13 years old playing varsity. And I'm so proud of her. I see her skill change. I ain't saying nothing bad about the team that she with, but she was kind of too advanced for him. She need to be running. She need to be on that team where they run up and down the court, not where they sitting there. She just moved up. I don't want to do that. She moved up and she's doing good. And guess what? They are in the they are in the final, the state finals, state final 4 with the girls. So since she just got there, she's not playing as much because she got to learn it. But when she do come in, she do her thing. She do her thing, and that's great. And just check this out. The most important thing is she's an A student. With all the stressing that she does, she's showing that she's ready for society with how her parents and her grandmother, they all help her out. But she's an A student and she's doing great. I just want to thank her for that. But back to the business. Hey, I've been telling you about concentration camps. Concentration camp coming. And like I told you, I like the World War I, World War II. I like them movies, them type movies. Then I learn stuff from them. Them camps coming, they're gonna be running experiments on them. They're gonna do the same thing that they done when they was in Germany. They're gonna do the same thing because you got to remember that United States brought 8 scientists back to here after World War II. They came here and they used them same scientists, like I told you, to make LSD, to do the stuff that they did over there to our soldiers and to our people. So if you go back and see the Vietnam War era, when they came back, they was on heroin, they was on LSD, they was on hallucination. Where they got that from? The military. Our own military did our people like that. Of course, more of us was on it than them. And they did, and you can see the evidence of it back then. Some of the people are still here. They should be around about 80 years old. I got an uncle. He's about close to 80 years old if he's not 80. He was in Vietnam War. He was the lucky one to come out with that one on drugs. But there's a lot of them. I remember coming up to the neighborhood, used to be this man, he was in Vietnam. He came back, and you can tell when something fin happen because he'll bring all them big old speakers out, sit him in the front yard. He would sit in the front yard in a lawn chair and listen to that music real loud. They knew that something about to happen. We seen this man back in the day. Y'all remember they had the old garage where you would flip up and they had the spring on it. That man yanked one of them out the wall because his mind was going that hallucination stuff that had messed out people up. Well, this stuff I'm trying to tell you people is a concentration camp that's coming. Fox 35 News in Orlando. Florida lawmakers considering homeless camp. That is a concentration camp all day long. The day I'm talking. I'm letting you know what's going on, but you can start getting in your Bibles. I got some scriptures in here to show you that it matches up what's going on. And these concentration camp, they've been putting movies out there all along telling us about the concentration camp. But we just fail to realize what's going on because we're not paying attention. I can't think of that movie where Samuel Jackson played in it. When they had a part 1 and a part 2, and they put people, they gave them this drug, and their veins would come through their skin. What's the name of that game movie? I can't think of it right now. Where Samuel Jackson played in it, and he was like the villain, and they had like a secret service trying to stop him. But they had a part 2 to it, and they showed the people that got on these drugs. And what they did was they took them and put them all in concentration camps where they've been showing you movies like that all along, but we just don't pay attention to the movie. But it's actually happening now. In different places, they already have them. California already got a place. I'm talking, people. I want you to catch what I'm saying. In California, they got a place, right, where they call them the working homeless. You got people there because they're so high. They want to bring the minimum wage up to $50 an hour because Even the post office workers can't afford to stay in a home. So they got these places where they can put these people at. It's closed off. You can park the car there. You can sleep there. It's like a camp. So you got places now, you got camps where they got people illegally making camps. They living on the streets. So where it's going to come, where they're going to put them all in one spot. And then that's going to be the beginning of your concentration camp. Then you're going to have martial law coming in, which all that's coming. And the Bible describes all that as coming, but we don't pay attention to it because our minds so busy watching Sex and Red, watching P. Diddy, watching TD Jakes. That's just a distraction. And you got the president race, politics, and all that's coming. I was watching a movie on Hulu. A friend of mine told me about it, so I watched it twice. It's called Power Generation. Esau can't have no babies. We having all the babies. You go back and read what's the name of that? Go back and read Exodus. When the Pharaoh and the Hebrew, the women would have the Israelites, it was us, we was in bondage. We the one that was in bondage. Where Pharaoh, paraphrasing, Pharaoh said, hey, they having all these babies. What's going on here? I want you to do something to stop and talk to the midwife. The midwife are Hebrew women too. Say, hey, they having all these babies. What's going on here? We got to stop this. And so they commissioned all the the midwife Hebrew women to kill all the firstborn babies. If they was a boy, kill it. From the girl, let it live. Because how you destroy a nation, you got to destroy the men. You got to take the men out, then you can go in there and conquer the women. So the Pharaoh came back. You got to understand how the Bible says when the Pharaoh came, he looked over the land and said, "Hey, they still having babies." And he called the Hebrew midwives up. They said, "Hey, Pharaoh, by the time we get there, the women's are already on the stool. That means they already had the babies." So black women, he said the Hebrew women are different. We are a different breed of people. So we can have it, but they can't. So they trying to get you, and guess what? They can't implement their plan unless they get the black women involved with feminists. They didn't implement their plan until they got black women involved. The gay laws, they didn't implement their plan until they got black women involved. They called it Black Lives Matter. But the women that was over it was all gay women. One of them shot herself in the head because they was after them, because they was taking their money and spending it. And the people who they were raising the money for never got the money for the family. So, but they used us to implement all these laws. Now, the gay LGBTQ people have more laws than the regular people. Especially the women. You can't even wear your own hair. But I'm going to get to that. So what they're doing now, the movie's on Hulu called Power Generation. So they can't have no babies like that. They can only have 1, 2, 3 babies. And then so they got on the movies, what they got like a pod. So they would take that stuff, because women saying that they don't want to have babies. They trying to make the women, they changing the women where they don't even want to have a baby because they want to get their career first. So they don't want to have no baby. So now you can still have your career and have your baby in a pod. And you walk around with this pod like a plastic tube thing, your baby in there. Of course, they're going to have us to push it forward. Because now they're trying to play God because they don't want, they know that they can't have babies. So they got to find ways to do it. Who you think they're going to use? They're going to use your cells, your uterus, everything they're going to use to come from you because they can't have babies, so they got to use you. Go look at the movie, check it out. There's stuff happening that you don't understand what they're doing. But they're doing right in front of your face, and they're going to use us to push their agenda because they know that we will follow anything. So when they push that in, like they told you to leave your husband, leave your family, but they stayed with their family. Even Beyonce saying, put a ring on it, leave it. Did she leave Jay-Z when so-called Jay-Z was cheating on her? Did she leave him? No, but every woman left their husband. She's still there with her family. But now our women are coming up, they're crying. They on suicide medicine. They on depression medicine. You better check the stats because God put us to be together. So now you're saying you're independent and you really don't want to have no baby because you see people freezing their ovaries, freezing they whatever it is they freezing so they can have a baby later on in life and they get 40 and 50 years old because they doing that to us. instead of you getting married, getting your baby out early. So when they get 6, 7 years old, you can start going back to work again, and you still be in your 30s. Now your life, you can pursue your life. But if you do it right, see, it's supposed to be where the man put the baby to take care of the wife. But they made it that in 1960 when they elected that make him our leader, which was Martin Luther King. And so if you go back and look at the history, before Martin Luther King came along, we was able to take care of our wives and kids. But they did that. When Martin Luther came and pushed all that, now you didn't have no business. They moved all the jobs out of the neighborhood. So they used Martin Luther King to the end. And to the end, when he found out, after talking to Malcolm X, he found out what was going on. And then it was too late, and they killed him. But go check that movie out. They're trying to stop the population, but they can't, because even Joe Biden said out of his own mouth that the white population will be the minority. By 2050. But they already that. Because you the naked eye. If they not having babies, but you got to understand, we are part of the Mexicans. The Mexicans and the Indians are part of us. We all the same people. They know this. We are overpopulating the earth. They got to find a way to get rid of us. And they doing it through different things. Look out your eyes. Open your eyes. Look at the different food they're giving us. They're killing us. Killer Mike said, because in that movie, they use, you ever seen The Inside Man? The Inside Man, and the guy who played in 12 Years of Slavery, he is married to a white woman in the movie. So if you watch all the commercials, they're intermixing our women with them. Because the baby is of the father. They're trying to keep their population going. So whether you believe it or not, understand, when you a white man impregnate a black woman, the baby is a white baby. They trying to sustain their life longer because the white women can't have no babies. Esau women can't have no baby, and they know this. So they're doing this to this. They trying to push it. But if you go read Nehemiah, Killer Mike said it on mixed marriages. I know I'm gonna get some kickback on it, but how can you claim to love your people when the first line of defense is your woman, but you don't marry your race? You don't see a tiger with a lion. You don't see a dog with a cat. You don't see a crow with a blue jay. You don't see none of this stuff mixed with. You don't see a shark with a dolphin. God made everything perfectly, but they're trying to destroy the perfectness of God. It's coming to a day. And you go read Nehemiah 13, 23 to 31. It tell you about mixed marriages. Because God said what'll happen is that just say, because a woman is the first teacher of life, regardless of what color she is or what nationality. So if I go marry a white woman and have a child, even though my child is going to be considered black because I am white, because I am black, that woman is going to teach that child about their custom. So now when the baby grow up, he won't even know nothing about his own history that's coming from me. He'll just know about that history that comes from her because she's the first line of the first teacher. See, they know what they're doing, but we don't, because we just ignorant of what's going on. We say, God, love everybody, but loving everybody hurts everybody. When you love everybody, you can't love everybody. It was never meant for you to love everybody. God says it's a time to love, it's a time for hate, and it's a time for war. Go read Ecclesiastes. It's in the Bible. So they push that in front of you because guess what? You believe in this, Sage of Osier, but you don't believe in this, a depiction of our most high God. You don't believe in that because he looked like me. You don't believe in that because he looked like me. But you'll believe Esau. See, they teach the kids their language. You go marry a Japanese, the kid learn Japanese. You go marry a Chinese, the kid learn Chinese. He don't know nothing about his own culture coming from his father. And that's what they do to us. And we all confused, don't know what's going on. And it's happening. It's not a hate speech, it's a love speech. It's love your own people. This is how you know the world is wicked. And they got our people just doing all kind of stuff. They called two couples, not two, a couple. Bestiality. This is the world that we're living in. They doing bestiality. Sleeping with dogs. This is the world that we're living in. And we're coming to an end. This is the time to the end. God, because you're going to read Deuteronomy, God said do not sleep with animals. Them part of the laws. But they say your law done away with. But then God putting these laws right in front of your face and showing that these laws ain't done away. I told you not to do this here. And they doing it. It's all kind of stuff. This is sickening. A 5-year-old little girl hot waxing grown, evil black women. She's 5 years old, and they calling in on the Breakfast Club saying the mama teaching a generational wealth. Why the mama teach a daughter they work the desk in? Secretary, this is not generational. This is pure nasty. This is nasty. And people, without getting too vulgar, we know how nasty this is. This is what I say they should do. Arrest the mama, get a baby to the daddy, and go back and, because they say she did 23 women. Go back and find who them 23 women, arrest them. Put their butt in jail, because you got to be, you talking about a man sick. Can you imagine if that little girl was doing men? That man would be in prison, shot and killed. But you got this woman, this little girl, 5 years old, waxing grown women with all these kind of things that go on in women's bodies. With hot wax. They need to arrest them women, because something has got to be sick in them women's head to do that, because society says it's okay. They chasing the bag. They no different than they are no different than our sexual ed. Ecclesiasticus. Fools show their stupidity by the way they live. It's easy to see they have no sense. They have no sense. His mother have no sense. The people that call into these shows have no sense. Because it's crazy to have your children doing some crazy stuff like that. I ain't never heard of nothing. I was messed up in my head for a few days. And well, more worse than the act to me is that these grown women sit there and let a 5-year-old girl play around themselves. 5 years old. Our women are losing it. There's something going on, because you know why? Because they do not have a man in the house. So their life is messed up in the head, and they losing everything. Their mind is messed up. You don't let them pump you up with the stuff that they're trying to show you, but that the women are so happy without a man. It was never meant to be. How you gonna be what God put together, be happy without it? It's never meant to be. It was a disgrace for a woman to be a certain age and then have a husband and children. But now they done took the shame out of it, because everything is okay. Love everybody as they are. But now God is bringing down. You see pastors going back and forth with each other, right? Now you see all this stuff happening in the world today, right? So it's going on, and we caught in the midst of it and don't know what's going on. We trapped in a metric. They keep, this is sad. A trial run on the cell phone. Outage. It's a trial run. They're doing this, and they know what they're doing, because they're finna get ready to bust the government system up. They're finna get ready to bust it. They're gonna be one world government. They're finna bust it up. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They're slicking. You don't understand what's going on. You see, your phone was out. The world going chaos. Just imagine when the banking system go out. They already did the banking system. Remember Vasa? Early up in 2023, where people couldn't get their money. They showed the money wasn't missing. Where it's happening, people. They showing you what's going on in the world. For the greater, as you know it won't be the same as you know it. See, this is what they're supposed to be teaching us in church, what's going on, so we can look and give you scripture to back up what's happening. Because we're about to lose it. It's happening right now, and we don't see it. But it's happening. And it's all scripture. It's all biblical. Baruch 4:6. You were sold to the nations. not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath. You were delivered unto your enemies. We in this world, and we delivered to our enemy because of where we live, because we broke the laws of God. So God delivered us to our enemy. And our enemy is like our to straighten us up, make us come back to our Lord. That's Baruch 4:6. And it's sad to see, because our people don't care. They don't care. Information get out. They don't care. To them, it don't bother me none. But when it hits them, they're gonna be looking for the prophets to get answers, and we're giving you answers, but you're not accepting them. You say, what I should do? Turn to the God, believe in Him, have faith in Him, start following the laws. If all God waiting on us, the other tribes waiting on the tribe of Judah, they're waiting on us to come, and we the one that's stuck. Everybody, they coming, they already here. I have a young friend, right? He's from Haiti. I went to see. Okay, I was off. Well, I'm of course Monday, right? So I was going to see the guys at the job, right? But when I got there, I forgot the job was the day Monday's a holiday. But they work overtime, so they was there. It was just one guy there. Everybody had left. And he was the little kid that I called my son. His name Zach or Zacharias. And he's from Haiti. He's from the tribe of Levi. He said that his cousin got 3 cousins. I said, well, how did they get over? Because they came over here. I said, how did they get over here? He said, it's Joe Biden got something where if you're running because of the act that's going on, like you scared for your life and all, you can run, you feel like phone. Take a while, but you can get here. So they came here, and they were telling him that they over there cutting people's heads off, sticking their heads on sticks and put it on their front yard. They hungry, they starving. See, because what you don't understand is that when they killed that first president over there in Haiti, all that was CIA. And they brought in who they want to bring in. And the girl, his cousin said the world, that old place over there, is chucked upside down. Nobody should be going on Haiti. Because that government they got in there, now the people fighting against that government. The same way the people were fighting against the government and around at the Capitol. And not only that, catch this. We watching Ukraine and Russia fighting. Guess what? Go. His cousin told him. He said the Russian military over there. While we watching that, they're over there trying to take that land. People, this is serious. While we watching that, Russians over there trying to take that land. This is what his cousin telling him. They over there. He said people starving. So they going in there. Remember last week I tell you they're gonna find out you got food when the famine come. They're gonna come kick your door down, take your food and kill you. He said they doing it over there. People, I know this stuff. I'm reading this Bible. The Bible telling you, and I'm telling you to get ready because it's coming. Oh man, doomsday speech. That's what they say. The action is going on. People in France, they ain't telling y'all that. People over there in England, they everybody don't rise. He said the girl said, his cousin said they breaking in people's houses, stealing their food, and burning people up in the house. They hungry. They gotta eat. They ain't got guns too much like we do. They like swords. So if you read Deuteronomy, you'll know that the Levites love swords. Why you think that's why you think the Haitian and the Jamaican, they love swords. Knives and so that they'll use guns, but they like to cut you and torture you. Well, that's what's going on over there. We blindside on him, but they're over there killing our people over there. 2nd Ezra 15, 4, 5, and 6. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. I'm just telling you what the Most High said. The banks are losing. The banks are losing people money. America, remember, the Bank of America. It was this lady that bought her son a $10,000 certificate, and for him to go to college when he was young. So she go to cash in, the bank can't find the money. That's where it's go. And you've seen it early up in the year, people losing their money, saying the bank taking their money, taking $2,000 they can't find it. Well, we at the end time. So people, I'm just reading you stuff that's happening when the Bible said famine, money, all this happening. And I'm giving you scriptures where to go in the Bible. It's all throughout the Bible, but they won't tell you to go read the Old Testament. They want you to read the New, but you got to read the Old first before you can understand what's going on. How you gonna know the prophecy? How you gonna know that the world is gonna go in one world government? There's gonna be famine. That people gonna kick your door down and take your food. That your bank's gonna be losing your money. That you're gonna be losing your job. You're gonna be starved. You're gonna lose your car, your house, your home. Your kids gonna die in the streets. AT&T phone test run. Daryl Jordan, 17-year-old junior from Texas school, Supreme Court, he lost his case. Can't wear his own hair. This man can't wear, he's 17 years old, he can't wear his own hair. Black woman, black man, you can't wear your own hair on your job. But check this out. They will let you put a weave in your head and wear purple, orange, green, whatever color, like a clown. You actually look like RuPaul. The women's looking like RuPaul right now. And you can't even wear your own hair. But guess what? That weave, if you go to Isaiah 3 and start reading 15 down, God said I should strike you with baldness. Well, you're losing your hair. All your hair coming out comes to that glucose. God said you're gonna be striking you with baldness. All in the scripture. If they teach you that, you'll know because it's in the scripture. You're gonna be stricken with baldness. So now they got the law where you can't wear your own hair. Now you're gonna be forced to wear a weave, all your hair coming out. Not only that, some places they already got the law where they're getting rid of perms. Now women love to put perms in their head, straighten their hair. Now you ain't gonna be able to wear a perm. It's killing you anyway. You having cancer in the head. The chemicals reach all down. You're getting cancer from the chemicals. They knew it because they knew who was getting the perms. Donald Trump selling shoes. The shoes sold out. The first 4,000 sold out. People buying them from $8,000, $4,000 now. And Fox News said that the black people, Donald Trump is catering to the black people because of their custom, because they love sneakers. And he said they will vote for him. And now you see what's going on. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. You can pull it up. Black people buying them shoes. And Donald Trump right now, he owed $425 million for that case that he lost. Guess who's going to pay for a majority of his fine? Black people. Because they're going to buy them shoes. You're going to see niggas walking around with them shoes on. Them gold shoes with the flag on the corner of the shoe. Another tragedy happened. I was seeing it this morning. Waffle House shooting. Sees multiple people gunned down in Indiana. I'm just telling you. I'm just warning you, giving you scriptures where to go. You can find this stuff. You know, I'm trying to help you because we got to come back as a nation, as a people, to get together and do this thing here. Right now, we lost as a people because we following Bozier and not our God. This is a depiction of what our God looked like. When you go to Revelation or you go to Daniel 10:7, and this depiction is what he would look like. He would not look like this. Caesar Bozier, the one you worship in churches. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I do all this out of love. I'm just bringing information, trying to get ourselves together because we got to go back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Even if you go read Matthew, God telling you Jesus telling you throughout the whole time, you got to come back to the law. Got to come back to the law. Got to come back to the law. The law will save your soul. The law will save your soul. Shalom, my people. Shalom.